G'day, welcome to the windy desert island of Aruba. My name is Dunn, and together with my wife Nat, I've been lucky enough to call this country home for the last 3.5 weeks. And over the next 10 minutes or so, I want to show you some of the picture-perfect beaches, give you a look at the capital, some of the coastline, and hopefully a feel for what life is like on this southern Caribbean paradise. Aruba is a semi-autonomous country within the Kingdom of the Netherlands. The population of roughly 120,000 people speak a few languages, including Dutch, Spanish, English, and Papiamento, which is kind of a mix between the three. One of the island's selling points is being located south of the hurricane belt, meaning unlike many other Caribbean destinations, weather doesn't need to be a factor in choosing when to visit. Tourism is a major part of the economy, and while peak travel period runs from mid-December to mid-April, cruise ships are seen in port most weeks. And why not? There's only 15 inches of rain here per annum, and temperatures remain consistent throughout the year. We arrived in mid-November to ideal conditions. Intermittent clouds and a regular trade wind balance out the heat of the sun and keep it from getting too hot. There is the occasional short-lived shower, but as some of the locals say, if you don't like the weather, just wait 5 minutes. Aruba is only 180 square kilometres or 70 square miles in size, and it only takes 1 hour to drive top to bottom. The desert landscape is littered with cacti, tall swaying palms, and the country's natural compass, the Divi Divi tree, which all point southwest. The east coast of the island has a rugged feel, while the western side houses the pristine, white sand beaches the country is known for. We hired a car for a few days to visit some of the beaches further from our accommodation. Renting a vehicle here is as easy as it gets. We had a car delivered to us within 24 hours of booking for a price of $50 a day, including insurance. And parking around the island was never a problem. Our first stop was a 30-minute drive south of the capital of Oranjestad, past St. Nicholas, where many of the locals reside, to spectacular Baby Beach. Baby Beach has calm, shallow waters and is known for its resident turtles. We spent over 90 minutes swimming with these gentle creatures, which was an amazing experience I'll never forget. You can find them on other beaches too, with mornings the best time to encounter them as they come to feed on the seagrass. While down this way, we checked out the landscapes around the southern cliffs, where there's an abundance of different cacti, some goats, and rugged rock formations. But back to the beaches, and at the northern end of the island is Arashi Beach, a perfect place to spend a lazy day. The watercolour is dreamy and the temperature's perfect. While it's a popular spot, it never felt too crowded. You can hire lounges and umbrellas, but we were able to take advantage of the beach chairs our accommodation provided and scored some shade under one of these popular huts. These are found on most beaches around Aruba, and while free to use, they're very popular. Nearby Malmok and some of the smaller beaches surrounding it are quieter and ideal for snorkelling. There's not much sand here, but the water is crystal clear and there are plenty of fish. Palm Beach, a further 5 minutes driving south, is where many of the big resorts are located. This is the main tourist area, and it offers a completely different vibe. You don't need to stay at the hotels to use these beaches, but you're sharing them with a lot of other people. Behind the high-rises, the streets are filled with popular restaurants and bars that are busy well into the night. We preferred the more chilled out option of Eagle Beach, which offers the best of both worlds and is a little closer to the capital. Here, the turquoise water meets a huge stretch of sand that backs onto beach, bars, restaurants, as well as resorts. The sheer size of the beach allows it to cater to all tastes, and it's easy to find a quiet spot to yourself. Divvy Beach, a short walk from our accommodation, was our most visited. Water was usually calm, and there always seemed to be a patch of shade available. I swam here most days and would regularly come for a dip while watching the sunset. I don't think life could get much better. Even closer to us, Druiff Beach is one of the most peaceful on the island, and another great option to take in the sunset while watching the ships sail off in the distance. Staying for an extended period and seeking more of a local experience, we chose to avoid the major resort area and base ourselves near Aruba's attractive capital of Oranjestad. This is where the cruise ships dock, and day or night, there's plenty to keep you entertained. I found there was a healthy mix of both locals and tourists, but along the main road, most of the places seem to be catering to cruise passengers. The streets are easy to walk, but if you don't fancy that, there's a free tram service that does a small loop around the city. I liked the waterfront, but I also enjoyed exploring a little further inland, where I found more of the pastel-coloured, Dutch-looking buildings I'd envisaged in Aruba. The Dutch connection here was most obvious during the Football World Cup, when everything turned orange. But it can also be seen in many of the shops and restaurants. Despite that, there seems to be a consensus amongst the people I spoke to that Aruba feels more American than it does European. While it can be busy when cruise ships are docked, I often found the capital to be quite peaceful, and it feels less touristy than the resort area of Palm Beach. Oranjestad is only a 25-minute walk or a short bike ride from Stone Throw Apartments, an adults-only complex that we called home while in Aruba. There's only a handful of rentals here, and they share an outdoor space with a pool, barbecue and dining area. We booked this reasonably priced, newly renovated unit, and I think we made a great choice. It was really peaceful, and having multiple work areas with fast and reliable internet made life that little bit easier. Beyond being very comfortable, what really made our stay was the convenient location and taking advantage of the bikes they provided. As a low-lying island, Aruba is perfect for cycling. There are dedicated bike lanes linking the main tourist areas of Eagle Beach, Palm Beach and beyond. Taking the bikes out became a daily ritual for us and made for an idyllic lifestyle. One of our hosts, Rick, has lived on this island for almost 30 years, and I asked him to share what he thinks makes Aruba special.
What I love about life on Aruba, it is the slowed down lifestyle. And that's partially due to the perfect weather. We basically have year-round beautiful weather. They say it never rains on Aruba, but not completely true, but you get the idea. The weather is so great, I basically don't even own a long pair of pants or a jacket. The beaches are open to the public, so you can go anywhere you want. Aruba is very safe. We can walk to downtown, enjoy some great restaurants and never have to worry about our safety. And those feelings combined, that is why I love living on Aruba. And that same feeling is what our guests tell us when they are here. And everybody just loves it.
Hard to argue with that. Rick shared many local tips, his favourite being that you can bring your own beers and drink at any of the island's beaches. We could pick some up at the large supermarket nearby called Ling's, which has a comprehensive selection of high quality food and drinks, but almost everything is imported and you're paying island prices. There's plenty of nightlife in Aruba and no shortage of venues to enjoy a drink. It's common for beers to be sold by the bucket, with 6 of these small bottles costing as little as $17 at nearby local establishments, or sometimes more than double that in the resort areas. Cocktails seem to start around $7 and are also significantly more at the resorts. When it comes to food, there are numerous casual beachside bars and restaurants. We can get a fresh fish burger, tacos, or something similar for about 10 to 15 US dollars. Like most tourist destinations these days, Aruba offers cuisines from all around the world, with almost every taste catered for, including a good number of vegan options. High-end eateries come in many forms, and if you have the money to spend, the options are plentiful. From resort establishments to beachfront dining and fusion restaurants in the capital, there is plenty here for the foodie, but gourmet dining is expensive. The sun has set on our time in Aruba, and I've squeezed just about all I can into 10 minutes. But I hope this video has gone some way to showing you what I've loved about being here. We'd spent the last 8 months in Latin America, and so one of the best parts about being here was just how convenient and how easy everything is. No one haggles, everywhere takes US dollars, people speak English, and I've never felt unsafe. I was worried it could be a bit expensive, but I've been reminded that it's the simplest things that often bring me the most joy. To take a bike, ride it along the coast, tie it to a palm tree, and swim in that incredible turquoise water has cost nothing. And it's epitomized so much of what I want from the Caribbean. It's been an awesome few weeks. I'm really gonna miss it, but our time is up. If you'd like to follow our journey, you can do so on social media or subscribe to this channel. And if you've got any feedback on what I've created or your own tips for Aruba, please let me know. But until next time, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye for now.